welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. Happy Wednesday! I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Today's video is going to be my December end of the month wrap up. I'm going to talk about all the books that I read in the second half of December. I'll leave my mid-month wrap up down below in the description in case you're curious about the books I read in the first half of December. In total, for the month of December, I read 35 books. The Umbra King. It's a fantasy romance. I read this book because of Just from Honest Fiction. We have the heroine, I think her name is Rory, whose sister got murdered. To her sister's death, she becomes an assassin, murders bad people that are trying to take people's souls away. That happened to her sister, so she tries to prevent that by becoming an assassin. But one day she gets caught in the act of murdering someone, so she gets sent to underworld, sort of like the underworld, and the person in charge of said underworld thinks he's familiar. She thinks that the guy that killed her sister, because she saw that man's face, because she witnesses her sister's murder, and the guy in charge of the underworld had the exact same face as the person who murdered her sister. So it's an enemies to lovers romance. She tries to find out the truth about her sister's death, and I liked it. I gave that book 4 stars. I can't pronounce the name. I think it's called Aeterum, and it's book 2 to the Umbra King, and it's the continuation of Rory's story, Whitehorse and Black Knight. No white inspired fantasy. At least that's what the description of the book says. We follow this heroine who's been trapped away in sort of isolation, sort of like a convent for women, and she gets out of this isolation because her father, who's in massive debt, sells her off to this king, and this king wants to marry her. So the prince sends one of his knights to go collect her and bring the woman to him. This world, people are God blessed. They have special powers, and the heroine's special powers is that she can talk to animals. And on their way to the kid, the heroine and the hero, the huntsman person, fall in love. Reign of shadows and endings, and we follow Tessa, who is a fae who grew up in an orphanage. In this world, we have the gods, and the gods created the legacies. Gods created the fae, who are supposedly servants to the legacies. Like the Fae are the legacy source of power. So every year they have this selection where the Fae get selected to serve in one of the legacy's houses, and Tessa tries to avoid that fate along with her friends. But one day she was eating a chocolate bar, and one of the legacies ate her, and when it's time to choose a Fae to be his servant, he chooses Tessa. Oh, I forgot to mention, I gave Ruin of Shadows and Secrets 5 stars. This season of Secrets, if you read the Worst Kept Secret, Reagan is the hero's daughter, this Theo's daughter, and in that book she has a relationship with her billionaire boss, and she is pregnant in the season, in the Worst Kept Secret. And the season of Secrets is how Reagan's relationship with her boss started. Runaway Love, and it's about this bride who runs away from her wedding because she realizes that her soon-to-be husband is cheating on her, so she runs away from this wedding, and she goes to this small town, I think it's called Cherry Tree Harbor, and she sees a flyer for a nanny position. A single dad is looking for a nanny. Goes to apply for the position, but the single dad looked at her and tells her, no, you cannot apply for this job. But her sister's like, give her a chance because I'm leaving to do my work. You need someone. And the heroine doesn't have any money, doesn't have any clothes because her fiance controlled everything she did, so she basically has no bank account. So people in town convince the hero to give the heroine a shot, and I gave it 4 stars. I thought the hero was too mean to the heroine in the beginning. Hideway Heart, and it's a bodyguard romance between a pop star and a former army person, and it's the hero's brother from book 1, Runaway Love, and his buddy from the army calls him up and asks him if he can bodyguard his sister, who happens to be a pop star, not a pop star, a country singer, and she doesn't want a bodyguard, but the hero refuses to leave because he promised his friend he will watch over his sister. And the heroine, whose name is Kelly, is really struggling because she's struggling with the image her record label wants her to portray. Wants a break, and it's their romance. It's a bodyguard romance. And I love this book better than book 1. I give this book 5 stars. Make-believe match. The heroine has a one-night stand with the hero, and it turns out the hero is the one trying to buy her grandmother's ski lodge. Trying to make the heroine sell that ranch to him because the ski lounge to him because she's not making any money off it, so because he works for this developer company. His boss wants him to get the job done now, so he takes him off that account and gives it to another guy, and his rival in work basically, and he hates that guy from work, so he quits his job, and the hero and the heroine have to get married in order for the heroine to inherit the skillet. So the heroine and the hero form this deal because she really wants to keep her ski lounge and he really wants to one-up the guy from work. They both decide to enter this marriage of convenience, and I loved it. It's my favorite in the series so far. I love the marriage of convenience trope. I gave it 5 stars. Matching all the way. It's a brother's best friend romance. It's set around Christmas time. The hero is assistant coach to a university hockey team, and the heroine is the daughter of the hockey coach, and the heroine has a really tough time during the holidays because her boyfriend broke up with her through text message. She meets the hero again, and she had always had a crush on the hero, but she always thought he just thought of her as his best friend's little sister, and unbeknownst to her, he has always had feelings for her in return, but he couldn't do anything about it because she was his best friend's little sister, and now she's the coach's daughter. But they get matched together on this dating app, and they decide to date each other in secret. And the heroine has ADHD and has good ADHD rep. I give this book 4 stars. I still like the Iced Out in the series better. What I liked about this one, the brother didn't make a big deal about their relationship. Usually the brother blows a gasket. And the brother was very cool, calm, and collected, and I thought that was refreshing. Caught Stealing. It's a romance between a hockey player and a baseball player, and the hockey player and the baseball player had a one-night stand at this party, but the hockey player was drunk and he couldn't remember, so he starts dating the baseball player's best friend, and I give this 4 stars. Revenge Era, and it's an ex-boyfriend's dad romance set in the holidays, and I only read it because all the chapter titles were Taylor Swift songs, and I thought it was fun. I gave this 4 stars. Tryst Six Venom by Penelope Douglas. It's an sapphic romance. Olivia and we follow Clay and Olivia. Clay has always bullied Olivia in high school because Clay has secret feelings for Olivia, but she doesn't want to come out as liking girls, so she bullies her instead, and it's Olivia fighting back against Clay and realizing that she has feelings for Clay also. And yeah, I gave this 4 stars. It was a reread for me. The last book I read was Magnolia Parks' Long Way Home, and it is the second story to Magnolia and BJ, which is the first story was Magnolia Parks. And I really can't go into detail about this because it's a continuation about their story. But basically, if you don't know what Magnolia Parks is, it's about Magnolia and BJ. Magnolia and BJ work together, but BJ cheats on Magnolia. So in retaliation, they break up and Magnolia starts dating other guys and flaunts it in front of BJ's face. And book 2 is their continuation of their story and Magnolia Parks' Long Way Home, and you find out why BJ did what he did. And now I get the hype of their romance, and I really need to read the last book in their trilogy because that cliffhanger ending was a doozy. Those are all the books that I read in the month of December. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see you Friday. Bye.